Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's Morning Drive Devotional. I'm sorry it's been a while since I've uploaded one of these. I've had a lot of family stuff going on and just life in general. So I'm sorry I haven't gotten to you sooner than this. So wanted to start today's devotional off Proverbs chapter 15. Proverbs chapter 15, we'll read verses 16 and 17 here. Better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble therewith. Better is a dinner of herbs where love is than a stalled ox and hatred therewith. Or in a common way to put what we just read there is, especially that last verse, is saying better is just a plate full of basic vegetables than a plate full of steak. And better, a plate full of vegetables with peace than a plate full of steak with trouble in your life, with turmoil. So Proverbs, what was being said here? It was saying that sometimes, well, not sometimes, but all the time, we need to stop running this rat race to where we think we have to, that the abundance of goods, that what we have is what defines us as successful. Not all the time having a lot of things is going to lead to an abundant life. That's not the definition of an abundant life. That's not the principle of abundant life. Abundant life is a life that is close with the Lord. An abundant life is one where your relationship is strong with Him, and it's you have that peace that surpasses all understanding. It shouldn't come to us as a surprise when we look at the lives of celebrities and all these who reportedly and look like they quote-unquote have it all, that they fall into things like drug abuse and alcoholism and eventually, even sometimes in a lot of cases with these celebrities, suicide. Or they just have a very much a broken life, turmoil in and out of the courts, that type of thing. They don't have a lot of peace in their life, or even when you dive deeper into their life, you see high divorce rates, you see unhappiness, and there's even some that's even given interviews in the past speaking of their unhappiness. But yet, by the world's definition, it seems like they have it all. And there's people that we know in our lives that are that way too. It seems like, man, they've got everything handed to them on a silver platter, so to speak. And it's like, man, you've got this great life, and but on the inside they're hurting, and it's because they probably don't have that relationship with the Lord. An abundant life is found in Him, one when you can wake up in peace, one when you can wake up at whatever stage of life you're at, and you know that He is with you, and He's there to guide you and to lead you, that He's there, that He loves you unconditionally, that neither height nor depth nor any creature nor anything, no power anywhere can separate us from the love of Christ. We have that assurance and that beautiful peace, and you have that contentment that Paul talks about, that he was content in all things. And Paul was mentioning this in a time where he was going over what he had experienced. The famous verse that a lot of us use and abuse. One of my friends last night at church in our life group, he told me that he heard of a teacher call it this, what some Christians believe is a Superman verse. And you know what I'm talking about, Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And they take that verse out of context, because Paul previously was talking about all the pain and all the turmoil, being shipwrecked, being abandoned, being battered for the gospel of Christ. And he comes to this conclusion, and he's saying, I can persevere, and I can go on my day through all these turmoils and all these troubles in my life, because I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So the abundant life comes through there. So friends, today, be grateful for what we have. If you have that little plate be grateful for that little plate. I hope that was a blessing to you, and I pray that the Lord Jesus just makes his life abundantly clear to you today, and that people can see his life through you. Love you, and I'll catch you in the next video.